Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Mega Man 8 for the Sony PlayStation 1. First 7 games were on Nintendo consoles. That ended with this game. As a matter of fact, all of the Mega Man games were on Nintendo consoles, more or less, up until this point. But for this one, we're on a Sony console, and we have a demo that plays if you leave the title screen running long enough. And as you can see, animation style has changed again. If you play the Mega Man and base for either the Super Famicom or the Game Boy Advance, this should look familiar, because this is the same pixelated style that was used for that game. And of course, we have all these new weapons, and we actually have a demo. That wasn't a thing that happened before. Let me get out of here with the start button here a little bit, and I might as well just go ahead and go to the options. As you can see, you have 2 fire buttons and 2 jump buttons now. You can fire whatever weapon you have equipped with square, but although triangle will always use the Mega Buster. Also, you can now jump with not only the X button, but also the circle button, because you may be wanting to use triangle for the Mega Buster, and you may still want an easy way to jump. In that case, the game has you covered with the default controls. And of course, L1 and R1 let you switch between weapons without having the pause, though I'll probably still be using the pause menu anyway. Time to go ahead and exit. You have the continue option. This lets you continue from a save file. You don't have passwords like you did in the games prior to this. You use a memory card for this one. And there's also game start, which is what we're going to use. Time for the opening cutscene.
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
Dr. Light, what is the problem?
A strange meteor has fallen to Earth just a while ago. This meteor seems to be emitting a powerful energy signature. Something this powerful must not fall into the hands of evil.
I understand, Dr. Light. I'm on it.
Thank you, Mega Man. If you can, please bring the meteor back.
Okay.
And what do you know? We are actually made aware of the story this time around. A meteor's landed somewhere. Mega Man is sent out there by Dr. Light to investigate. Also, it's pronounced bass, not bass, Mega Man. Good grief. Anyway, controls are the same as ever. You can also charge the Buster. You can slide with either jump button if you hold down prior to jumping. And you can also pause the menu, or go to the pause menu, to check out your weapons and items. As you can see, we only have the Mega Buster for now, as well as the usual Mega Buster shot. There are other kinds of Mega Buster shots, and I will mention them when the time comes. We also have our current amount of lives, our current health, and the number of bolts we have. I will mention bolts and what they do when the time comes as well. In the meantime, let's just destroy things, including these mess who have to come out of their little hats in order to be destroyed. Also, by shooting this little Nautilus enemy, you can cause it to roll down the hill and destroy other enemies. And we now have a little cutscene that shows up the first time you play this stage. Mega Man, can you hear me? I've searched the island, but can't find it on any map. It's a creepy island. Be careful, Mega Man. Your new weapon is ready. Take it with you. It's called the Mega Ball. You can kick it to attack the enemies. It's a powerful weapon. Thank you, Dr. Light! And we now have the Mega Ball. Press square to shoot out a ball. Press square again to kick. The kick only works on the ball. You cannot kick enemies to defeat them. Also, you can leap on the ball and then hold up on the way down after your jump in order to bounce off the ball. This will come in handy a few times. Or more than a few times. But anyway, we just hit this button on the ground and we can go over here. Now, we're underwater, but in this game, you can swim by repeatedly jumping. And you can control Mega Man while swimming with the control pad, just like walking. As always, left and right will move you left and right. You still can't duck. You can still charge your shot. And you still want to be careful when doing things. Also, this wall is a hidden passage, and this leads to a bolt. There are only so many of these bolts in the game, and I do want to make sure that I collect them all. There's another one down here at this set of elevators. Want to make sure that I get those as well. You can jump out of the water by repeatedly pressing X, but you can also use the elevators to get out of the water too. And here's another bolt just for making it out of here. And now we're going back to the surface. Thankfully, we did not miss much on the surface, so there's really no reason to go left once we come out back here. And now it's time to send this thing down the slope. It doesn't look like it's going to go up the slope, but it does. You don't really need to shoot it like I'm doing, but it helps. And we noticed some prize balls, or a prize ball, in the underground passage. The small ones usually give you health and weapons pickups. Sometimes it's the big ones, sometimes the small ones. The little sky blue balls with the energy core in them give you health. The blue capsules with the red cores give you weapon energy. Also, when you equip the Mega Ball, you'll see exactly how many shots you have left, which is really neat. As always, you have not only your health, but this time the amount of lives that you have as well. Something that hasn't really been done in a lot of the games. And by going further to the right, we get to fight this thing. our first boss enemy. This shell thing, whatever it is. We need to equip the Mega Ball and kick it right at the shell. This will expose its core and make it vulnerable. From there you can shoot the core, and then when the shell comes back down, you just want to slide under it when it jumps up into the air, and then shoot the core until it's covered up again. You can destroy it with that using the Mega Ball, but it'll take you quite a long time. And it's Dr. Wily. Dr. Wily, why are you here? Mega Man, so you've come. How did you find my secret base? I'm impressed. Oh, that's why Dr. Light couldn't find it. But you're too late. I've just found something that's more powerful than this base.
Now the world is mine. Gotcha.
Apparently, whatever crash landed at the beginning of that cutscene landed here. Wait, Wily! I've got to go after him. What's this? A robot? It's still alive. I must help it. And incoming message from Dr. Light. Man, Mega Man, can you hear me? Is anything going on? Yes, Doctor. I found a robot. What? Okay, I understand. I'll go there and pick it up. You go after Wily.
I got it, Doctor.
And from here, the intro stage ends. And we can save to the memory card. Or not. We have the choice. And we have 3 save spots to choose from on both memory card slots. I'm just going to save it right here. And it just tells you what weapons you have and how many bolts you've gotten. I forgot what the exact number of bolts are in the entire game. There's only so many of them. But there is a finite number. So anyway, we've got not only the intro stage, which ironically and interestingly is in the shape of a skull. No wonder Dr. Wily couldn't find it. There's Tengu Man, Frost Man, Grenade Man, and Clown Man. You can also go to Dr. Light's home, right there in the middle of the USA. Apparently, Dr. Light lives in Colorado or something. I'm not sure, but I will mention that a little later. For now, I'm going to play Frostman, because I had this game in high school, and I played this game to death long before I got my hands on the rest of them. And I always played Frostman first. He was always the easiest one. And of course we have a loading screen full of Metars.
Ready.
Anyway, these... What in the world? Why did I let go of the jump button so early? What in the world? Better. Jump. Better. We have these penguins. They slide around, and when you shoot them, it knocks them back. And they do get on their bellies and rocket towards you. You also have those giant cylinder enemies that will try to drop bombs on you. And of course, you got those red and yellow things shooting missiles. You have to shoot in the head in order to completely destroy, or else their head floats at you, from the intro stage. And now we have the Shade Man bats. Or rather, the Woodman bats. I forgot that's where they first showed up. And after that lift, we now have a way to get down these slopes, which is this little snowboard.
Jump, jump.
When the game tells you to jump, you jump. When it tells you to slide, you slide. You may have to use the control pad with those jumps. And of course, you want to avoid these things too. Ow. Okay, first bunny. Get up here. Shoot these things down. Don't worry about these gaps. Make sure to shoot those down too. Don't hit the spikes. Try not to get hit. And now we're going to go faster here, so we do want to be careful. Don't jump. Woo! I just held right instead of jumping, and that's what got me over there because I was so close to the edge of the screen. Really had to concentrate there. But at least you know how to get the 2 bolts for that stage, or at least that part of the stage. And now we have the downtown area again, this time at night. Apparently the Aurora Borealis is now in full swing. And we also have a new enemy. That's not it, but that's still an enemy nonetheless. And yeah, some of these little ice blocks will have penguins in them. You want to be careful. We have these little whale ships that are dropping these ice cubes, some of which have penguins, some of them don't. And we need to be careful. Can't believe I jumped that. And use the Mega Ball bounce to get over here. Yeah, believe it or not, these little machines are what are pushing the ice blocks that are getting in the way. And we also have another bolt here. I believe this one is number 6. And I want to... No. Okay, I want to get over here. And not get pushed like crazy. There we go. Can I do it this way? Yes, I can. Land on the button, get on this quickly, boom. That's how you get this bolt. Really? I thought I could slide before that could happen, but sadly I could not. Do need to shoot this down, though. Awesome. Not sure if I can get it this way. No, I can't. It'll explode if I do that. Also, there is this little area that we can't go down. At least not yet. Later on, though, we will. And let's just this thing in the head. Let's charge shot these things. And let's destroy that. There is a way to destroy these shattered ice blocks, you know. We just don't have it yet. And these things produce these neon-colored clouds. And these guys don't hurt you in any way. They just obscure your vision with these little neon-colored clouds. These little pastel neon day glow clouds. That's it. And now we have this going on again. I need to make sure that I'm at full health. Do I have all... Yeah, I do have everything. Okay, yeah, I should have 7 at this point. Just had to make sure. All we need to worry about now is surviving. And we're going much faster here. Whoop. Pay attention to the road. Don't do that. This is my last life, isn't it? I think it's my last life. Did I get a life at one point and not even know it? I doubt it. You just be careful. I had to hold right there to get past those spikes. Those things can crush you. And don't jump in this section at all. That'll let you refill all of your health and weapons, because you don't have a big pride ball here. And the Dr. W doors, they take you to the Robot Master. Man, I love these doors. I wish they brought them back. Just in any other game.
Freeze! I'll crush you. I'll make a popsicle of you.
And of course we have voice acting for the Robot Masters, as we noticed when we chose Frostman. And when he says Ice Wave, be ready to jump over the Ice Wave. He also has a charging attack, just like this. He can also send these things after you. Be sure to answer back with charge shots. If Ice Wave hits you, it freezes you, and Frostman is free to do damage to you until you're unfrozen. Usually him hitting you is what unfreezes you. Usually. And by beating Frostman, this thing pops up. This purple globe just lands in the center of the screen, and Mega Man picks it up before getting a weapon, like we always do after beating a Robot Master. In this case, we do get Ice Wave. Works much like Frostman's version of the weapon, except it's obviously much smaller because Mega Man. And you can use it to freeze enemies, as well as take out a whole row of enemies too. Let's go ahead and save the game. It's a good thing I got all those bolts in one sitting, because I do not feel like playing through any other levels. Well, I want to end the video soon anyway, but what I meant to say was, I don't feel like playing through that again. Is really what I meant to say. Before we close out the video, we're going to go to Dr. Light's house. / lab. Where we meet Roll, who is now wearing something different compared to the usual red dress that she's usually known for wearing. Welcome back, Mega Man! I prepared some powers for you, Mega Man. I can make you a part if you bring me some bolts. And we have 7 bolts to play with. And once you buy something, you can't take it back. It is final. There is the exit, which you do have to buy. There is the energy balancer, which you also have to buy. You have the shooting part, which lets you shoot a bunch of Mega Buster shots at one time. There's spare extra, which gives you 4 extra lives at the start of the game. There is the power shield, which stops enemy knockback in case you get hit. There is the laser shot, which changes your normal Mega Buster shot into a laser that cuts through enemies and lets you destroy multiple ones at the same time. There's the arrow shot, which is more powerful, but also a lot smaller than the regular Mega Buster shot, the charged one anyway. You can replace the charged shot with the laser shot or the arrow shot, should you buy any of them. There's the auto shoot, which, if you hold down the charge button on the Mega Buster, you'll be firing at enemies while charging up the shot. And there's Step Booster, which lets you climb ladders faster. We have these 9 parts for now. But once we open up more of the game, we'll open up more of the parts. I'm going to get the laser shot. This is going to be a fun shot to have, because it'll just let me tear through enemies just without a care in the world. This is the one that I use a lot when I played it in high school. When I played this game in high school. Especially when I would do binges of the game, where I would just be in my room, play this 3 hours or 3.5 hours straight, and not use the memory card even once. Just play it without saving. I would just do that. That's how good with the game I am. And was back in the day. I'm pretty sure I could still do it now, if I wanted to. Also, besides asking for parts, you can also go to the options menu, so you can change the controls or the sound mode. I'm going to keep it a stereo, and then keep the default controls as the default controls. And you can also save your purchases if you want to, or make backup saves in case you're not sure if you picked anything that you liked. Me, I know that I want the laser shot. And just like that, the icon for the laser shot is on our save file. And we can go ahead and exit.
Good luck, Mega Man.
And one loading screen later, we will be back at the super disco-y character or stage select screen. Man, they really went all out with this one. Late 1990s Capcom at work. So, we've beaten the intro stage, we've beaten Frostman, and as always, we're going to be doing 2 stages per video. Like I've always done these Mega Man games. Join me next time, where we take on Tengu Man, and then Clown Man. Thankfully, I remembered the order really, really well. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!